Hello, welcome to another D3+1 battle report. This time we have 1500 points of Necrons versus Eldar. So here we are looking at the Necron force.
Alright, so with the 1500 points of Necrons, pretty much bought recently new, we've got Nemazar Zandrek, who is going to be my HQ. I've also brought along his bodyguard, which is Vanguard Oberon thing. Yeah, I have a what's it called? It's the council, where I've got a Lord and a Cryptek. So the Lord is being geared out with Gauntlet of Fire, Resurrection Orb, Septimenial Weave, and Mind Shackle Scarabs. Yes. The Cryptek is a Harbinger of Despair, who's got the Abyssal Staff and the Veil of Darkness. Both going to be joining a 10-man squad of warriors. Also brought in some Death Marks. And they're going to be bringing in 2 Ghost Arcs, both with 10-man warriors. No,
it's 9-man.
9-man warriors in each. That made it.
You put 10 on the board.
Yes, 2 will be removed. And I've also brought in my new, sort of badly painted Doom Scythe, and it's built as a Doom Scythe.
Okay, and here we have 1500 points of Eldar. We're being led by a Farseer, who rolled on his psychic powers and has Doom, Guide and Fortune, all the good ones. He also has a Fire Saber, kind of an interesting change there. We have 10 Guardian Defenders behind him there with a Scatter Laser platform. Brought the Rangers, just for, you know, something different. We have 3 Warwalkers with Scatter Lasers on all of them. 5 Wraith Guard, just stock, so Wraith Cannons on them all. They have a Wave Serpent there, which has Twin Link Scatter Lasers, Shuriken Cannon, and Hollow Fields. Wraith Knight, stock, so 2 heavy Wraith Cannons. We have Wraith Lord, who has a Scatter Laser and a Bright Lance, and 2 Flamers. Crimson Hunter, stock, so the 2 Bright Lances and the Pulse Laser. And we have a 6-man Windrider Jetpack squad with 2 Shuriken Cannons. Excuse that guy that just fell off his base there.
You may have noticed a theme here. He was going to go easy on me, and yeah.
I didn't realise that you wouldn't have anything to deal with toughness 8. Okay, we roll for deployment and we have Hammer and Anvil. We've got the mission Big Guns Never Tire. Night Fighting is also in turn 1. So the 4 objectives we have: 1 over here, placed by Necrons, 1 here, placed by Necrons, 1 here from Eldar, and 1 all the way over there from Eldar. And as you can see, quite bunched up Eldar deployment here. Necrons scattered around a little bit back there. And I think we're going to see if Eldar try to steal initiative, which they don't. So stay tuned. Necrons turn 1.
End of Necron turn 1. So, Cryptek with Nemazar used their Veil of Darkness to deep strike up the board. Plan to land here, but quite a nasty scar. About 3 inches from killing the whole unit.
You stayed just on the board with that though.
Testing out some new things, so far it's not working. Both Ghost Arcs turbo boosted it up. No, not turbo boosted,
Cruising speed.
Cruising speed up the board. This one here took some shots off into the Rangers, managed to kill 1 of them. Ghost Arc over here, shots off at the Wave Serpent before it starts moving. Didn't manage to get anything. Maybe not the best plan, but that. The Warriors over here took some shots off at the Walkers, and he managed to make his save.
Yeah, you got 1 glance, but I made my save.
Yes, get used to that. These ones here are still chilling at the very back.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 1. My Farseer cast Doom on the squad of warriors here. He did Guide on the Walkers and Fortune on the Jetbikes. He cast Doom in the shooting phase, just to clarify. So the Guardians moved and they did a battle focus run shoot move at the Warriors squad. The Walkers shot into the Warriors squad. The Jetbikes shot into the Warriors squad and used an assault move back. The Rangers shot into the Warriors squad over here too. Culminating in everybody dead except for Nemazar Zandrek and 1 warrior, and then you rolled your reanimation protocols afterwards, and what, 5 of them didn't come back up? So
5 came back as well as the Cryptek.
So we've got 50-50 of them all coming back. That was quite nice. They don't take leadership or anything, do they? I think they may be...
Well, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3.
We'll come back to that. So the Wraith Lord shot into what used to be a Ghost Ark here. I didn't get anything with that at all. The Wave Serpent shot into it.
Got a glance.
I got a glance using the Serpent Shield. I twin linked it using the scatter lasers. Wraith Knight jumped over, fired its 2 Wraith Cannons at it. I didn't get anything at all with the Wraith Cannons, which was a bit disappointing. But then I charged it, and on the Hammer of Wrath attack, I rolled and got a 10. And then on the armor penetration table, I rolled a 6 and exploded and killed 2 warriors in the process in the explosion. And they both failed their reanimations to come back up there. That was it, so a bit messy.
End of Necrons turn 2. It got messy very quickly. Alright, so the death marks came in and they marked up the Wraith Lord as their target, and as you can see they managed to kill him. Good for them. The Doomside came onto the board as well, came flying straight up the board, and it used Tesla Destructors against the Wall Walkers, took out 2 of them, and then used its Death Ray to kill the last one as well. After that, Ghost Ark moved across the board. It was within 6 inches of the Necrons before they charged in, and it actually managed to bring back 3 of them.
3 of them, yeah.
Got quite lucky on that one. And as you can see, they're nearly back to full strength. Second unit over here. Setting back.
Lucky shooting at the Rangers. Managed to take out 3 of them.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about them. They're quite well hidden in there, which is pretty much their job. Managed to kill 3 of them. He held his leadership.
Yep.
So he's still sitting there. Second group, holding their ground at the bit. Too risky to deep strike. Over here, yeah, you can probably ask what I'm doing over here. Pretty much comparing model sizes, I think. Charged in, lost 3.
Lost 1 on the charge. From
yeah, and then lost 3 of them, and 2 of them have came back. Calculations might be right, but yeah, that's pretty much it. They're just stalling. That's about it. The big mess happened over here. I assaulted in, a couple of shots off using assault weapons with the Abyssal Staff and the Staff of Light. Killed quite a lot of them moving into there. As we did, nobody issued a challenge.
Nope.
Which is kind of unusual. Everyone wants to challenge each other. Killed all the Guardians, and his Farseer is running away.
I just managed to get away.
Yes. He did pass his 2 invulnerables when I was hitting him with Strength 6 as well. Could have insta-killed. Stay tuned for Eldar turn 3. 2. 2. Yeah, this is quite messy already.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 2. Just a little bit of housekeeping here. When I used Fortune on the bikes earlier on, I forgot that they changed it to Warp Charge 2. So I actually cast 1 more power than he was capable of doing. It kind of didn't really matter because you didn't shoot at the bikes, and it kind of jumped back and bit me in the ass there because he failed his leadership check and still continued to pull back right onto the board edge, and we checked it through. He is literally on the board edge. So when I went to cast Fortune on himself using the 2 charges and realizing I've screwed up, I perilled on that, which I failed it and negated it using his last warp charge point. So he basically did nothing for the entire phase. So that's
pop shot.
Oh yeah, I managed to make a snapshot and hit when I was shooting towards the Immortals over here, but didn't wound. So he's there. The jet bikes, they shot into the warrior group with Nemzor and the Cryptek, and then pulled back. I've got quite a few there. I can't remember how many I killed, but it was definitely quite a few. They just like
4 came back.
Got gunned down, but your reanimations have been pretty good this game. So the Crimson Hunter came in and destroyed the Doom Scythe. I was kind of hoping for it to just direct hit and land right down there on the warriors, but it gets scattered over this direction somewhere. I rolled 2 6s for my armor penetration.
He so far has rolled 3 out of 3 6s for
armor penetration results so far. So yeah, pretty good result. The remaining ranger jumped down here and shot into one of the warriors as well and removed 1.
Killed 1, but he came back up.
Wraithguard hopped out the back of the Wave Serpent, only managed to kill 2 Immortals, which was a bit sad, but it did end up meaning that you failed leadership and ran off over there. The Wave Serpent itself moved 6 inches after dropping the guys off and shot over into the squad over here, and I managed to take out 3 after your reanimation
3.
protocols.
And they keep coming back.
The assault over here, I managed to take out 2 more warriors. They're doing a very good job of tying them up. Hopefully I can get them in the next assault phase. But you haven't done very well for your reanimation protocols now for them. So there's just 2 remaining, and that's it. And yeah, so we shall see what happens in Necron turn 3.
So, end of Necron's turn 3, and it seems a lot longer than that. So, start off over here, the inevitable happened.
Mr. Wraith Knight finally finished off the warriors.
Although I think he should be more ashamed than me. 3 turns.
Damn reanimation protocols.
Okay, Ghost Ark has moved up into range to do repair barrage on the, just repair on the warriors here, and managed to get 3 back again. Whoop-de-doo. I managed to cause 2 hull points on the flyer, and it has evaded.
Yep.
And it still failed it. I managed to get a lot with the Ghost Ark firing into those. I did forget to move these ones here. They took shots off at the flyer as well, did nothing. Kind of disappointed with that. Vanguard Oron turned up next to his leader. Didn't scare, which is quite good. Fired all the way into the jet bikes. Only killed 3 of them. Was hoping for a little bit more.
And they passed their morale.
Yes, they're still holding up there. The 3 death marks that have regrouped took shots into the little ranger hiding in there. And as always happens, one survives and never dies. And I can guarantee you he'll be alive at the end of the game, holding onto a point and laughing his head off.
We should mention in the last assault phase, when the Farseer was in combat with that squad, he managed to get a wound through, leaving his soul blaze because he's got a fire saber. So I haven't actually killed anybody with that yet. No, I did.
First guy died from the wound you caused hitting it.
Oh, no, nobody with the actual soul blaze has died yet. And then it jumps onto other guys.
Yes.
So yeah, we haven't had any of that, but the marker has always still managed to stay.
They're metal. You can't burn them.
You can burn metal.
It just makes them angry.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 3. Nice, quick and easy one. Farseer finally regrouped. Cast Fortune and Guide on Wraithguard. He moved over here with his little 3-inch move. Jet bikes scooted along the side of the board here. Shot into the death marks. I managed to take out 2 of them, leaving 1. I really didn't want to have to do it, but the 5 Wraithguard had to shoot at 1 death mark, just finished him off. Wave Serpent shot into the squad over here. I removed 4. The 2 came back from reanimation protocols. That's really getting old. The Ranger shot at this squad as well, but missed. The Crimson Hunter did his 90-degree turn, shot over into the Ghost Ark, and I missed because it was snapshots, because I used his evasive manoeuvres in the last phase. Wraith Knight jumped over, shot at the Ghost Ark, and you got your Jinx save against his glance, didn't you?
Yes.
Or did it go through? I can't remember.
No, I got my Jinx save, and you failed charge.
And I failed charge distance by 1 inch. I think that was it, yeah. And the Soul Blaze is continuing on that squad over there. Still not getting any wounds from it, but yeah, it's still going.
End of Necron turn 4. It's called I Survived the Wraith Knight.
I'm going to get a t-shirt that just says I Survived the Wraith Knight on it.
All that turn compiled of bringing 1 guy back for this unit to kill 1 guy here.
Yep. That was important. That was important to kill that ranger. That one last ranger. It was important.
Okay. That took shots off at the flyer.
Ghost Ark didn't get any snapshots off the flyer.
They got moved around, but I did now charge him with another fresh group of 9 warriors.
Wraith Knight took out 1, but you managed to pass your leadership just. Yes. Otherwise, I could have cut you down.
Yes. Yes. Rinse and repeat is the way I'm going for this, and soul burn.
Oh yes, I didn't do that this turn, did I? Well done for remembering.
Damn it!
Keeps going, and it's D3.
1.
4 against 4 with a 4 was a wound. See if you save it. Woo! Save it. It's fine. Okay. Okay, end of Eldar turn 4. Wave Serpent moved up here. Farseer managed to walk in and join the squad of Wraithguard here. Jet bikes did a little shoot and maneuver over this direction. So everything here shot everything it has into this squad of warriors, and I finally managed to remove them all. I actually managed, with all that shooting, to end up killing your HQ.
Yes.
But he has that reanimation. Ever-living thing. So he just popped back up.
Hello guys, want to buy a watch?
So yeah, that's fun. There was also guide put on the Wraith Guard as well.
And the best part of all of it,
Wraith Knight missed all of his melee attacks. So you continue to wear the I Survived the Wraith Knight t-shirt over there. Crimson Hunter shot into the rear of the Ghost Ark, and I got one glance through in the end with your jig saves.
I got to my save.
So we're on to turn 5.
End of Necron's turn 5. I was being a little bit sad. I will admit it. I want to have...
Trying to make it a draw by putting your Ghost Ark in front of everything.
Nemazar, who is surviving, has ran back. You all saw that? That counts. The Necrons did something.
I haven't got the magnets yet, it's just blue tack.
So I pull back to hold on to my objective, and we're going to sit there. These guys stuck in combat.
Managed to pass out of the ship.
Yep, he's only killed 2 of them. He's not doing this great this time. I think his morale's dropped a little bit from the last fight.
Stumpy.
And as you can see, what I did here is I've created a big wall with my Ghost Ark.
Hooray!
Yes, I took some shots off and did nothing with it. But I'll point out, like this board here has just had the whole fight on it.
More or less, it's just been done over pretty much 2 boards.
Yeah.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 5. So the Wave Serpent moved over to here, shot into that squad of warriors with your HQ and Lord and all sorts of bells and whistles. I managed to take out a fair few, but reanimation protocols brought back a couple.
3.
More. The Crimson Hunter wheeled around from the back there, managing to stay on the board the entire game. Shot in and managed to take out Necron Lord, and a wound was Lookout Surge from your HQ onto the Bodyguard.
Yes.
The Wraith Knight managed to take out another 2 guys. They passed their morale, so that combat is ensuing. He's just going to be there for all time, stomping on Necrons while they wear that t-shirt. I Survived the Wraith Knight. Wraith Guard over here shot into the Ghost Ark. I was unable to get more than one glance there in the end. And the bikes...
you got a glance and a pen and I survived both.
Bikes just kind of moved a little bit here. They're just staying put on the objective. And I roll to see if the game continues. And it doesn't. So, game's ended, turn 5. So, what do we have? I've got objective, you've got objective. So they cancel each other out. I got First Blood, and I took out one of your heavies because you're a destroyer. You're Doomside.
Doomside, heavy.
So that's 2. You took out 2 of my heavy, so that's 2. So it is a tie.
Just.
It was quite a long drawn out battle. I mean, we've been at this for quite a while.
I really didn't think I would survive this long.
It's quite...
I have found out tying up a Wraith Knight is fun though.
There's a few things that worked out quite well in your favour, like the Death Marks coming in and taking out the Wraith Lord. Before he really got to do anything, because his first roll was a miss.
Yes.
So yeah.
It always is with Bright Lances for you though. I think for your Crimson Hunter,
Hunter missed 50% of its shots, even though it is BS4.
Maybe the X-Arch upgrade.
Yeah, I know. I should have brought that. I forgot. But so stay tuned. We'll do a little recap on things we would have done differently. A little tactics corner. Okay, so we thought we would discuss some of the things we would have done differently, and any of your thoughts on that game. So, first game that you've played with Necrons for nearly a year now, at least.
Yes.
First game of 40k you've played in probably nearly a year now.
Not having the money to buy my army and bulk up, because as you can probably tell from the first Necron videos, I only had 20 warriors, which wasn't viable. Tuned up to 40 though.
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely felt the pressure. I mean, if you had managed to get, you had that squad sitting at the backfield to start with. If you'd moved them,
I forgot that obviously if they deep strike next to Nemazar, he doesn't scatter.
Yeah,
I should have done that turn 1.
If you did that turn 1 and I had both those giant squads to deal with, things might have panned out differently. You might have cut through a lot more stuff.
Also, the second Ghost Ark being away off in the middle field by itself didn't help.
Nah,
I mean, had 2 of those standing there replenishing the troops. I like that.
Yeah, having them sitting behind both squads, just bringing everybody back over and over and over again is, I mean, it was working pretty well there for the middle of that game. So many guys. I mean, I don't even want to count how many Necrons I killed in this match, and they just keep coming back, and that's just like it's just a war of attrition, and I couldn't kill enough of them to just make
I think the bit that I liked the most was putting Doom on the unit, all hits with the scatter lasers. 22 wounds, and you still didn't kill the whole unit.
Yeah.
One guy survived. Next turn, 7 back.
That's it. Seven more of them come back from reanimation and from the barge. Wraith Knight did fairly well. You did a pretty good job of tying him up, I reckon.
You did give a heads up. Tying it up's the best thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I did give you a couple of tips, like going forwards with what would be a good and what would be a bad idea, since it's the first time you've really gone up against the one of these. Particularly, toughness 10, toughness 8. Sorry,
two toughness 8s and a group of toughness 6. And my best things are strength 4.
I'm wondering now whether or not you might have been better off using your death marks on the Wraith Knight.
I might be bringing 2 groups in or bolstering up.
I mean, that is probably going to be. I mean, from like what I can see from the Necron Codex is that dealing with monstrous creatures is something pretty challenging.
Yes.
So having something like that where you can wound them on 2s might be a good idea.
Be interesting. He does root stomp through them quite quickly.
So anything you would have done differently?
Maybe rethought the deep strike strategy. Not told you how it worked beforehand. Keep some secrets. Keep the Ghost Arcs closer to the units. Definitely. Yeah. If I had 2 of them doing... That was only one I actually did the repairs. Only 1 unit was repairing there.
I think if I ran a Wraith Knight that didn't have the cannons, and if I took the Sun Cannon instead...
You do run that normally. You do really know you run the 300 point one.
I would have probably killed a lot more Necrons, and it might have been easier to deal with the attrition, but I wouldn't have had as much anti-armour to take out the Ghost Arcs.
I mean, one thing that I noticed that you normally bring and you don't bring, blasts.
Yeah. Didn't have any blasts at all.
Yes, I think if you had blasts, this would have been a completely different game.
you were bunched up.
Yeah, you did have the standard scatter lasers.
But yeah. The scatter lasers.
I think it's the blasts.
So it was interesting. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe. If you want to check out some other content, check out Tabletop Combat and also Mini Wargaming. We're partnered up with both of those, and stay tuned for more.